Welcome back and put the programming.
A little throwback to yesterday. Actually, I think it's
super fun time.
super.
Super fun time.
I think it's yesterday. Actually, I've been getting
the
confused because
Neither
whoever was
me.
running the computer last
I know,
time
don't even know what they're doing.
got some of the crap
Hell
mixed up.
no. Rain and snow.
I've done my best to fix
I
it.
diz it up. Sometimes I diz it how it was, you know. I was running in a straight line. I saw a guy at the end of the road. I was like, hey, I'm climbing this mountain right here.
It's not a curved line.
Shh.
Woo.
Okay,
That's
good enough for you.
Definitely, that's
Yo, man,
definitely good.
he has to line up the audio track. You know what I mean? Because he can't do that without hearing voices.
I have to tell you, I've had some pretty tough ones.
I know.
Like if I get
hard.
If I get a good one, I can be done with a video in 4 minutes. That's
He's
the
done
fastest.
With a video.
That's the fastest I've ever been. That's the fastest I've been able to edit a video.
4 minutes.
But
in
if
a
I
day.
can't find a good spot to match up the audio from our video recording and our microphone recording, then it could take me. It's taken me like half an hour, maybe once or twice.
Because what he saw is what he heard. You know. You gotta line it up. Sometimes you gotta do that.
Ooh, you got lots of inventory space.
So let me throw this question at you.
I want to kiss.
I'm gonna start talking. I'm gonna put question mark at the end. What would be the worst?
Why don't you put an exclamation point at the end?
I've been doing that.
An explanation point. Exclamation point.
What would be the worst food to be liquefied and drunk through a straw? Now, see, here's the thing about this question here.
Wait, you forgot to say question mark at the end.
No, it was implied.
Oh.
Like I was gonna say a sentence that was gonna have a question mark. In
I got
the
a fun
AKA
idea.
Question.
I got a fun idea. Read it, but not as a question.
Okay.
Read it like it's a statement.
Yo, man, what would be the first? Okay.
No, don't say what would. Say what would be. Like, kind of put your accent somewhere else.
What would be the worst food? What would be?
Hey,
what
would be the worst
to be
food?
Liquefied and drunk through a straw.
And drunk through a straw.
And drunk through a straw.
I think that's the difference between questions and statements. Is questions go up on the last word.
Huh?
Like drunk through a straw.
And drunk through a straw.
But if you go drunk through a straw, go drunk through a straw.
Drunk through a straw.
Read it and do that at the end. Drunk through a straw.
What would be the worst food to be liquefied and drunk through a straw? Sounds like I'm singing. Let me go higher. What would be the worst food to be liquefied and drunk through a straw? Drunk through a straw. It just sounds weird. Drunk through a straw. Okay.
Drunk through a straw.
Okay, maybe we should answer this question instead
drunk
of just
through a straw.
repetitively saying the same thing.
Drunk through a straw. Wait, what
drunk
was
through a straw?
What was the question?
Are you serious, kid? Come on.
What's the worst food?
What's the worst? This I feel like this question is really opinion based.
What's the worst food to be liquefied and drunk through a straw?
Drunk through a straw. Ken, are you drunk through a straw right now?
Nope.
Oh, it could be.
Drunk through a can.
That could be a true statement.
Drunk through a can.
It's a straightment, as opposed to not a straightment.
You know, there are foods that are pretty gross if you mush them up and eat them.
Sardines. I just imagine like liquefying sardines.
Dude, they're kind of mushy anyway.
That's like, to me, that sounds really disgusting. But like I said, this question.
Here's how I want to take the question.
We're trying to find it as universal.
Here's how I want to take the question.
Okay.
Like, it's something that's good to eat, but it's gross if you liquefy it.
Okay, we can go that route. Let's see.
Because there are a lot of things that are kind of mushy anyway.
Yeah.
And they're gross like sardines.
It depends on what you define as good to eat too.
Ooh, we got story.
What do you think about liquid pizza? I feel like you wouldn't really enjoy it as much. We should try that sometimes.
Dude.
Just throw a pizza in a blender and see how it tastes.
Maybe just one piece, because you don't want to waste a
Ken's
pizza.
like, no, what you do is you just, instead of putting like water in there, you put like some marinara sauce in there. That way it really blends well, and then boom.
I don't think it would be that bad as long as you.
No, I think it tastes good.
As long as you can get past the thought of like it's kind of like drinking pizza barf.
Yeah. Okay, that's gross.
It is.
Kale.
I've slid.
Kale, but he says something.
I've
that tastes
slid
good
down
already.
into pizza barf on a slide.
I just drank some today, but the kale I mix with stuff. Kale I don't like. I honestly don't like the taste of kale by itself. It has a weird taste.
How about
But throw a
broccoli?
banana in
How
there,
about
you're good.
broccoli?
Broccoli? Well, I thought you
Broccoli.
said stuff. Broccoli doesn't taste bad when it's
Broccoli.
ground up.
Broccoli?
Actually, I enjoy vegetables more when it's liquefied. What?
Give me that piece.
Oh, you want the... Ken's gonna do the old statement of the day, even though we forgot to say the last one halfway through the last one.
Oh, this isn't the right page.
Well, what the heck?
Give me a page. Give me the right page. I'm just gonna use that one. Give me the right page.
You can just make one. You can
Hey,
make a phrase
You could
up.
just give me the right page.
I did. It's called paging.
I know.
Paging
I'm
Dr.
saying. I'm
Doofus.
making it up right now.
Ken.
That's my saying. Give me the right page. All right, let's talk about some. Oh, the food thing, dude. I can't think on that right now.
Why?
Okay, let me think of popular foods. Meat. What about like a steak? Liquid steak.
Dude, that sounds awesome. I feel like we should try this. You know?
Yeah. The
Like,
more things we come up with, the more
maybe we
Dustin's
should
gonna be
do-
like,
may-
we
yeah.
should try this.
yeah, maybe we should do a science experiment rather than answer this question blindly. You know?
What about biscotti?
That might not taste that
That
great.
bad? It probably
I
tastes
think
like.
it would taste like mushy.
I think
pasta.
it tastes
It'd be
like-
mushy.
I think it
'cause-
tastes like Chef Boyardee like SpaghettiOs. But, you know,
yeah, 'cause
like
it
not
already is
not
kinda
as
like
good
that.
as it would be normally, but now it's mushed up,
It's
so it's
because
kind of
it-
icky.
Yeah, it already is kind of like that. Like it just tastes like mush. Actually, you know what? If you buy like black bean or like lentil pasta, and then
Tacos.
it already tastes kind of like that.
Oh.
Tacos? I think tacos would be awesome liquefied, dude. You don't think so?
I don't know.
Mixed with the shell and everything, it'd be like a walking taco, man.
You know what I bet a lot of people would like?
Huh?
Mashed potatoes and gravy, just
I mean, wouldn't that be mashed potatoes and
It'd be
gravy
like
still?
blended potatoes and gravy.
To be the same thing.
Blended
basically, too.
gravy.
Mashed potatoes are already blended. Are ready.
Kind of.
Are ready.
What do you think, Chad?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm in the middle of shit. He's
Yeah, he
living an
is.
intense life of prey. What do you think? I think we should get another question. We can do two sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
This is a sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
We got time. Go for it.
How much of your body would you cybernetically enhance if you could?
Dude, like all of it?
It depends.
As long as I look normal still.
How good? Well, like, what's the difference?
Do I
and,
get to
like,
look normal still? Oh, what a
Right.
bogus.
I think, yeah. I think that, man, that's a weird question because it's like,
Okay, so in
what is this
the
entailing exactly?
in the anime Psychopaths, there's a guy who every part of his body is a robot except for his brain.
Mhm.
Because in the anime they haven't progressed to that level of technology.
Okay.
But
you could replace your brain with a chip and put all the data in there. It'd be the same thing, right? Oh, you wouldn't have a soul, man. I guess it wouldn't be the same.
you know
way.
what? If they ever get to where that leads into an interesting thing. If they ever get to a point, because right now they can teleport like particles, right? Like really small particles,
Yeah.
like photons, electrons. They can teleport.
People
those
would
things.
just say, "Oh, you can teleport. The soul goes with you." If that's what you're going with this.
What I'm saying is, like, if they get to a point, because in order to teleport something, you have to basically scan its data, then tell another part, like over there, what its data is exactly, and then it recreates that data out of the
People would just
out of.
dude,
Let me finish. Out of the atoms in the air,
Oh,
recreates
okay.
that whole thing.
well, dude, people could easily just rationalize
That's
that
where the
very
thing is.
easily.
What, your soul jumps out
Yep.
and goes over to the
Yep.
other body?
Dude, people believe in
There you
pasta
go,
monsters,
Chad.
dude.
Look at this.
Dude,
Sneaky.
Very easy, dude. People can easily just rationalize that and be like, "Oh yeah, no, your soul goes with you, man."
Well, the thing is,
How
if-
do you know it doesn't? How do you know it doesn't? You know?
okay, that's if the teleportation works and you're alive. at
Ken,
the
you're
end.
fighting logic with
Shut up.
with not logic.
You're fighting religion with not logic.
What are you talking about, dude?
I know.
religion
I'm
is
just
not
messing with you.
logic.
I'm just confusing.
I'm just saying, like,
Dude, okay, here's the
Yeah,
thing.
you
If
can
it
make
if it
anything out of
works, if
nothing.
it works where you can teleport a
Uh-huh.
living thing to another spot and the thing is fine,
Mhm.
that's really going to question the whole soul thing. But
Eh.
if you teleport something and it's even though you copy
Mm-hmm.
it exactly the same in another location and it's just dead, that's
Mm-hmm.
going to really raise some questions about consciousness.
yeah, I think the general public, though, the main people who actually believe in that stuff still, like, aren't gonna change their opinion at all. They're just gonna be like, well, no, it can still
Your soul
you
just
still have
jumps
soul.
from
Yeah,
the old body
yeah,
to the new one.
dude. You think people won't do that? I
But
guarantee
dude,
you.
if they could do that, if they could do that, like you could like they could get to a point where they're just creating whole new bodies for you to turn into.
Yeah, exactly. They could just transfer.
They
you
can,
to a different
manipulate
body,
the data a little bit, and all of a
Right.
sudden, oh, you got like clogged arteries and stuff.
They could just give you the body of like an 18-year-old.
zap
over
you
and
into a
over
body
again, dude.
without. Oh yeah, there you
That
go.
sounds like Altered Carbon,
Like
which
what?
is a show on Netflix. Altered Carbon.
Kind
Yeah,
of
they do
reminds me of
something like
the sixth day.
It's a good show.
Remember in the sixth day where they download their
Yeah, but
memories and then they create
That's just
clones?
their memories, though. Their clones aren't really them, though.
But they remember
it's like
that.
a new them.
That's oh man, we're
Isn't
getting
that
into
with
deep
Arnold?
stuff. Deep stuff.
Isn't that with Arnold?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yep. Arnold.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, but that's the
Stallone.
only thing with that one. They don't have their own consciousness. They just have. It's just a new body with their memories. So
But
it's like
that's-
technically it's a different person. With
but
the
that's
same
where you're
memories
like,
and
but
stuff.
isn't it the same thing?
No.
I mean, your
Well, like
consciousness.
at the end of the movie,
your,
dude,
your
where the guy-
consciousness is like a
Mm-mm.
collaboration of your memories, making you who you are.
I think if there was an exact replica of me right next to me, they would be a separate consciousness from me. It's not like I could be seeing from both my bodies at once. They would be them and I would be me. That's
Kind of like how twins aren't the same person, even though they have the exact same DNA.
right, something like that. There's
No, that's
'cause
only identical twins.
at the end of the
Well,
sixth day, when the
you-
guy clones himself,
Sorry, I was assuming that
he then kills himself, and he's
Never
like all
assume,
like,
'cause when
"No,
you
don't
assume,
kill
you
me,
make an
don't kill
asshole.
me." Remember?
out of myself.
out of yourself.
Ooh, get it! Ooh!
Well, he doesn't kill himself. He takes his own clothes.
This we need to dumb it down because this is way too deep for me. Like
That's what he said.
it's like deep,
She
like
said.
your grandma's
Deep like your thoughts.
like your grandma's sewing basket
I like thinking Abe Lincoln in the seat,
On
under
the street.
sheets, under the sheets.
on the street.
I like to look at stuff go up and down.
So Chad's, I think he's getting pretty close to the end of the
End of the
game
game.
because everything is going crazy and everything wants to kill him. Now.
Is that what's happening? Like, is there anything really happening, like, different than normal? Or is he still just kind of going through?
Just kind of going through.
Yeah.
It seems pretty intense though lately.
Like, there's lots of enemies, but
He's
I mean,
fighting
it's
nightmares
not
and
uncommon.
telepaths like they're freaking mimics in the beginning of the game.
That's true. That's true. Ooh, a duck beer.
You know, when you're like at a table like this, grabbing stuff, it reminds me of Fallout.
Well, yeah, this is like the concept in like
Not the
so
first
many
one.
games now, though. No, I remember when that was like a new concept in Oblivion, dude. Remember that game for Xbox? You could just like grab everything.
I never played it, but I know
Oh.
what you're talking about.
But well, it's
That's
basically yeah.
That's Skyrim's sequel, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Or prequel.
Prequel. Yeah. Morrowind. The
Ooh,
first one was
flowers.
Morrowind.
Right.
Yeah, and that game when it came out, it was like a whole new thing. Like it was unreal.
Elder Scrolls.
Yep. Morrowind.
So how many
and the Strat Guide
how
was
many
like a novel.
how many games are in that saga?
Several. Dude, I don't know. Probably like
Because
3 or
I only
4.
know of Elder Scrolls and Skyrim.
Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Morrowind.
Oh, Morrowind separate?
It was
Yeah.
like Elder Scrolls 3.
There's several.
That's what's Morrowind.
Leave a comment if you can answer that for us so we don't have to go Google it.
That's too hard.
Yeah, sometimes when we have these questions, I'm like, I could just Google this if I really care.
Well,
but
that's like every question.
yeah.
Really,
I don't know, not the opinion-based ones.
Well, yeah, of course, but
Okay, so give us your opinion on what what ones are part of the saga. Let's not make it something that has factual like parts to it. Let's just make it objectionable.
Well, I know that Morrowind and Elder Scrolls and
Ooh, you're gonna die. Bye,
all
Mimic.
that.
Mimic gonna kill you. You're running through miasma.
honestly, those games were not
You
were
hurting.
not a
Way to go
a
with the
set that I really
way to
was
go with the med
that
kit. Smart
into.
move. So does that blue stuff on the ground hurt you?
It's blue fire, Ken. Blue fire hurts you when you walk through it.
Oh, bogey.
It's like blue electrical fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you, paper.
You got some
I forgot
paper?
what the thing was that I was. gonna
Paper
make
does burn in blue fire. That's electrical.
Fire does
also,
burn blue
a
in
fact
fire.
for those
and
of
water.
you who did not know.
You know, fire burns blue in water.
Yes, I did. Yep, because water is blue. and that's why.
No, water
Yes.
is transparent.
No, Ken, come on, don't lie. Water is blue because of the electricity reflection from the bottom of the ocean.
No, you know what?
Don't forget.
It's blue dyed water.
You're right.
All right,
Back
we
in-
need to.
Here's
we
the
need to
thing.
end
No,
this.
let me just say this fact real quick. Back in the day, back in the year 1, okay, like or somewhere around there, like
Oh,
100
like the Jack Black and Michael Cera movie.
yeah,
Gotcha.
back when that movie
I'm on
was
top.
supposedly taking place, that's when they created blue dye, and in order to test it. No, not to test it. They created it, okay, and then the
With
person
blueberries.
who created it, he hated the ocean being so clear and being able to see everything in
Dude,
it.
you're gonna need
So
to
he
heal.
had a plan.
Ooh.
His plan was to create like just as much blue dye as he possibly could and actually change the color of the ocean, and that's the mark he made on the world.
And thanks again for watching this episode of Push
His
the
name
Core Gaming.
and his name was Billy Ocean.
And please drop a like and subscribe, and answer questions, leave comments, and become part of our flam.
That'd
Be a
cool.
flam.
Yes, cool.
That's family friends.
Too cool for school.
So thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Derpa
Yep,
derpa.
yep. Outro song, Dust.
Meow, 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 boom, boom, ba-da, 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 bum, bum, bum.